All right, so what if I told you that if you are stuck in your sales process, in your online business, and you're having a hard time to sell, despite the fact that you started websites, you watched a lot of YouTube videos, enrolled to a lot of courses, but there's one thing that's missing that is stopping you from creating sales and reaching to a lot of customers in your targeted niche. In this video, I'll share with you a slide that I created to talk about what that one specific thing, which is an offer. So I'll share with you now what could be really stopping you and how important is that offer for your online sales, despite which niche you're in. So basically here, the first thing we're going to talk about is why nobody will pay for your skills. Because skills only doesn't matter. The most important thing is what really resonates with your targeted audience and what specific thing you are talking about that communicated to them and make sense to them and really have a good deserved outcome that's gonna change their life. And this is how this slide will show you how you can craft this offer and why you will start making sense and resonate more with your targeted audience. The formula is basically consists of specific things that you will learn later on in this slideshow. So why nobody pay for your skills? Because as we mentioned, skills is not enough, right? You have to maintain certain things and target certain outcome that's going to resonate with your targeted audience. What we're going to cover here is the problem and the offer formula, the framework and the shifts that you're going to create for your targeted audience. All right, so 4 main things: the problem, the offer formula, the framework, and the shift. The problem, you have the skills, but you have the knowledge and the experience, but you still cannot sell. And this is a problem that a lot of online entrepreneurs fall into. The cool truth, you don't have an offer, you have a skill. You still need to work on your offer and you still need to find out why you're not selling. The skills is there, but the offer is the thing that you are missing, and you need to spend more time to craft and resonate and tweak to make sense for your targeted audience. In the next few minutes, we will show you and we'll turn what you already do and what you have as a skill and make sure that this skills is crafted the right way to your targeted audience. Okay, so the enemy is that every guru on the internet tells you the same lie. Find a niche, a website, a logo, a funnel, and you spend a lot of time doing these certain things, and you spend a lot of time and money as well, hiring people to create a logo, website, etc., to work on your offer or to work on your business. But unfortunately, you're not selling, you're not making any sale. Why? Because you're not crafted your offer well. You did not establish that thing first. The reality check, you can have a $5,000 website and a beautiful branding and a perfect setup and still make $0 because nobody's paying for that. All right? They're paying for the outcome. They are paying for what makes sense for them, what resonates for them, what takes them from point A to point B with a certain outcome. And this is what we're going to figure out later on. The scenario that you might already know is Sunday night, you open ChatGPT, as a lot of us do, or YouTube, you're trying to figure out what business to start. You're going in a rabbit hole. Niches, courses, or frameworks. Gurus telling you to pick something you're passionate about, or other gurus tell you to pick something else that makes money. 3 hours later, you close the laptop and you haven't started anything. Why? Because nobody ever told you what actually sell, which is, we're going to talk about, is the offer. The offer formula. This formula, as I mentioned earlier, contains specific steps or specific fields that you need to figure out, that you need to fill. And it's not necessary to work from the first time. You can work on it, you can keep tweaking it, and you keep testing. You go to the market, you test it. If it didn't work, you come back, tweak it, and test it again, and so on. The formula, as you can see here, I help who go from a pain point to an outcome without an obstacle. The person who exactly is It's going to be the avatar of your niche. The pain, what painful situation are they in right now? And where the outcome, where are they going to be after working with you? The obstacle, what do they fear? Remove it. So basically that's it. I help a specific person or a specific avatar to go from a certain point to a certain point, which is the outcome, without an obstacle. The obstacle could be a time, an effort, could be many things. So depending on your niche, depending on your targeted audience, you need to practice this specific formula. This is the formula that's going to take your business from one point to another. This is going to be the key to a lot of problems in your sale process. Weak offer versus a strong offer. A weak offer could be, I do video editing, all right? So the strong things that sells more when you go deep and be specific. I help YouTuber creators double their watch time with the retention, focus edit. So as you can see here, there is a huge difference between you say I'm just a general editor or I'm specified in certain things to do certain things with an outcome and without an obstacles. YouTube creators double their watch time. Why? Because YouTuber creators want more watch time, right? With retention, they need audience retention. With focus edits, and this, of course, the outcome is that they double their watch time. The obstacle, without creating or putting too much effort on that or wasting a lot of time. I do bookkeeping. I help service business owners stop losing money, pain, to messy books and tax mistakes. I'm a project manager. I help SaaS startup ship features 40% faster by fixing the sprint chaos. And if you're a coach, I help coaches to go from 1 to 5 clients a month with a paid newsletter and a 500 ad budget. These are just simple examples, but based on the formula that I gave you earlier, you can build and keep practicing. This was just a few examples of how you can do this. For example, if you're in the fitness niche, and let's say you are a female coach and you targeted busy moms or pregnant moms or just delivered or before delivery, that you help them lose the weight without etc. All right, without spending too much time in the gym, without putting too much effort. There's so many things you can build around this formula, okay? And instead of just saying, I help people lose weight, or you can I help busy CEOs to lose weight without putting too much time in the gym, without putting many hours and training, without going in a very hard diet. There's so many examples we can build around that. The market doesn't care really about your skill. Everybody has skills in the different niches, different skills, but it really doesn't care about your skill. It cares about what is the outcome. I run Facebook ads. A CEO wakes up wanting customer. Any CEO want more customers. They just care about your ads. I'm a video editor. A YouTuber wakes up wanting more subscribers. So nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about what skills you have. They care about what you can provide, what painful problem you can solve, and the outcome without obstacles. All right. So the framework, every offer that actually works has 4 parts, and here's how to build it. As we mentioned earlier, the person, you have to identify the person, you have to identify your avatar. Exactly who's going to be your avatar. Is it going to be CEO, sales representative, busy moms, moms that just gave delivery recently, fitness coaches for a specific age. There's so many things. The problem, what specifically are they struggling with? You have to know their painful problems. You have to run a lot of interviews with them. The outcome, what could be the outcome that you can deliver? Where they will be after working with you. And this was an example, 10 kilos, for example, I promised in 90 days. And unlock proof, speed, or simplicity. And this is the obstacle. Proof, speed, simplicity that makes it believable. No extreme diets, no gyms, marathons. They don't have to do these things to reach their dream outcome. I help busy professionals lose over 30 kilos or 10 kilos in 90 days without spending hours in the gym or following extreme diets. And this was another example. All right. The trap that kills 90% of professionals. They try to make the offer fancy before they prove anyone wants it. All right. They build websites, register companies, design logos, they buy courses or funnels, ads, they write business plans, and they ask friends what do they think. But the right thing is just make it ugly, make it random, test it, get one buyer or 3 to make it really proven. 1 is the first test, but 3 is a proven that your offer is working, and then from there you can start scaling your business, you can start running ads, etc. and different platform, or the platform that you are focusing on, which has your target audience. All right. So the 3-step offer to build: list what they ask, write down 5 things people at work always ask you for your help with, or depending on the niche, the most painful problems, your job title, what they actually think about. Hey, can you look at this? So basically you can think about 5 or more points that you see that they are very painful on your targeted niche and what you can actually do and help them. Write them down. Write the outcome, how you can help them. What is the outcome that they're going to get? Not a task, all right? And pick one of the most painful problems, then write your offer. I help who reach the outcome without a time or an effort, as we mentioned earlier. The shift: your job isn't the cage or a research lab. Don't get so stuck in your what you actually only do. Try to think outside the box, all right? So if you have a job or have an experience in a certain field, most professionals spend their whole career thinking they have nothing to sell. But if you actually think about it from your experience, your expertise in whatever you do, you can find a gold mine underneath. They look at their job and see tasks, spreadsheets, Slack messages, meeting. They should have been in emails. They don't see the offer hiding in a plain sight. So every job has its own thing, and every job has its own targeted audience and a gold mine lying underneath your experience. All right. So write one offer and you have a business. And this was simply how you can craft your own offer and how you can find a gold mine hiding under your expertise and your job that you're doing on a daily basis. If you have any questions about this slide and how you can practice doing your offer and get your first sales in your online business, don't hesitate to write me a comment, and I will see you in the next video.